Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you guys what artboards are. Now these are specifically used in programs like Photoshop and Illustrator. So this isn't a feature that's available in the softwares that we're using, but I still wanted to mention it because I used to work as a marketing and publicity director, and I created social media graphics all of the time, and this is something that I did, so I wanted to make sure that I share it with you guys. Now, don't get me wrong, CC Express and Canva are really great for on-the-go content creation, so if let's say that you're going to be an influencer, a travel influencer, maybe that would be the best way to design. But there are other ways, and one of my favorite ways was creating artboards in Illustrator or Photoshop. This is a feature that's available in both. So it could really be helpful when you are continually making the same you're making graphics for the same social media. So in this case, for this organization I was working for, they had, I had to make, so we had like profile images for certain social medias. We had posts, square posts. We had, this one is Twitter, specifically Twitter. I know this one's Twitter because the profile photo does pop up here, and so you do have to leave this space open. Let me think. This one was for Facebook events. Now, they just fixed this recently, but it used to get cropped depending on what device you were looking at. So you had to leave extra room on the top and bottom so that if it was on a phone, the whole thing would show, but if it was on a desktop, it would crop the top and bottom and you would be fine still. Random things. And so this is stuff that you always have to kind of check for. Things like this are changing all the time. They always had ads for a specific newsletter, and I believe this one was for their website, the specific size for their website header, which they had, we also had some menu items that came up in there, so making sure I had space for that. Now, once I had all this set up, I basically created a template file, so when it was time to create new graphics for the next event or whatever, I could bring up this file and already have the sizes set. Now with artboards, you can also change the size of artboards, so that's also handy because when sizes do change, which they always do like once a year, you could change the sizes of the artboards. Now, the other great thing about this is that I was able to basically design the overall look on one artboard, and then when I was done with that, I could copy all of the elements and then paste them over to a new artboard and move things around so they would look better for that specific format. Another nice thing is that once you are done with creating all of these, you can export them all with one action, so I don't have to save them each and every one individually. Instead, I was able to come in and basically you're able to name the different artboards for what they're going to be used for, and then when you export, you can actually go to export for screens. This is specifically for Illustrator. For Photoshop, it's save for web, so that's also here in Illustrator, and then it would let me save all of these, and it would add the name of the actual, what it was for to the profile. So this was great because if I was having my assistant actually, do the posting for me, she would know, okay, this one is for Facebook, okay, this one's for Twitter, and I didn't have to sit there and explain everything. It was just there in the file names. And you can see here, right, I have the original file, the .ai, that's an Illustrator file. Then I have, website, Facebook, Instagram, profile after reception, Twitter. So it was a really great way to work quickly and also share with my team. So anyways, this isn't necessary, but this was part of my workflow. So just wanted to share it with you guys too.